I am back for another segment. I guess, one can, from a beekeeper's perspective, you can talk about bees for a very long time because they just are fascinating little creatures. The reason for me, and I was really pioneering this in a sense, to put beehives at golf courses. And when you're looking at a golf course like this, the Mississauga Golf and Country Club, people in general, if you're going out to the public, they always say, oh, these golf courses, they spray a lot of chemicals to keep their greens, their fairways in pristine condition and all of that. And I wanted to debunk that because I have gotten to know a lot of the golf course personnel over the last 10 years. And, we really have come together to, see that we mitigate, that we only have to spray if there is a grub infestation at a fairway or green, that we then attack that little area. We're not going out and just, at liberty spray the entire, couple of hundred acres with with chemicals. But here, what I have always said is a honeybee is a canary in the coal mine. It really will tell us there would be no way that these honeybees would be thriving as much as they do and, be healthy if, we were doing anything at this golf course that would harm them. And we've been here for a number of years, we've been a number of years in other golf courses, and we really never had a problem with, with anything in that respect. We have climate change related problems, weather related problems, like a crappy spring that we had this year, where it was still cold and we are 2-3 weeks behind in nature waking up. And so the same with the bees, it takes time. So we really wanted to bring that out. I've done a number of press interviews with various publications, golf publications, etc. So that we really, also bring out to the community how important these golf courses are to the general population. If you're looking at a Google map in Toronto and you see these thousands and thousands of acres, of golf courses, that yes, I'm not able to just at liberty walk in and take a stroll, but everybody living, in Toronto, around Toronto, the carbon sink, that we create through having all these beautiful trees, and the healthy ecosystem that we are creating by having, all the wildlife here, the deer, the coyotes, the mink, the birds, fish in our creeks, all of that is a byproduct of playing this wonderful game and enjoying the time. Take a look around you, these beautiful, we have a over 200-year-old oak, a bur oak, in the middle of the golf course. That tree is thriving, and just what a beauty. Every time you see it, you are reminded of what this area really represents. And of course the bees are there to pollinate all our beautiful plants that we're planting here, pollinator friendly plants, perennials. They're taking some resin from the trees, especially the pine trees that we have here in behind in front of the hives. They're taking that inside the hive to seal, all these boxes up for winter time, so that the wind, nothing gets inside the hive. And so we really seen the importance, and people do appreciate the local honey. I've had members come to me that have said, we used to have really bad allergies. We had to take all kinds of medication, carrying a Kleenex box around in the golf cart, to even be able to play golf, and completely gone. And even the doctors couldn't believe it. And that is, has to do with, using honey as as medicine. And that's what it was intended, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, even thousands of years ago. We know now that honey has been consumed thousands of years ago. They found it in Egypt in a tomb that was, I mean, it's 5, 6, 8,000 years old. I mean, and it was still in good condition to be consumed. So it never goes bad. So we know it is a medicine, and that's how I personally treat it. I eat a tablespoon of honey every day, and who knows? I mean, now I think we are, getting a little bit, more cautious about what we put into our bodies with this whole scary pandemic on a global scale, that we really, have to wake up and say, okay, I want to put as much natural stuff into my body as possible and keep my immune system at, at top peak, because we all know that's, that is important. And honey does that. Honey is part in that process. So we really, we really need these little bees. We couldn't have any produce without them. Over 30% of our produce we are eating, consuming, is pollinated by the honeybee specifically. Of course, there are other pollinators. We have over 300 species of native pollinators like carpenter bees, etc., in the city of Toronto. And we have about 25,000 species on a global basis that are, there are single bees, they are ground nesting bees, and they do pollinate. Even a wasp does pollination. So we always say, it's an evil wasp, but the wasp is part of the ecosystem, right? It does serve a purpose as well in pollination. So I leave you with that, and I'm sure we will be doing a few more, maybe, spinning out some honey and showing people how that works and all that. Very nice to be here. Thank you.